Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around we are playing Pursuit Force, released in 2007 for the PlayStation Portable. It is an action game. It's a good word to describe it. More specifically, I guess you could call it a third-person shooting racing game. Yeah, it's hard to describe. Well, actually, no, it's not hard to describe. I'm just doing a terrible job at it. Okay, and profile management. Where is it? Controls. Not that those matter right now. And there we go. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, but yeah, it is, as I said, PlayStation Portable game released in 2007, and, well, basically you play as a cop who has to deal with a bunch of gangs by driving cars and shooting things. Not the deepest narrative out there, but entertaining enough, and also an entertaining game, but, well, let's jump into that and see why. With a cutscene, of course.
To recent statistics, the crime rate in Capital State is higher now than even Detroit.
Not one, but 5 notorious gangs are bringing the
Chief of
state.
Police is forming a new division to clean up gang-related crime.
Today marks the dawn of a new era in crime fighting. We're starting an elite force that'll root out every lowlife, drug-dealing scumbag that works for these gangs. We'll be using the latest hardware, prototype weapons, and special tactics to bring them to justice. The gangs of Capital State are officially on notice. Starting today, we're taking back the streets.
And what should we call this new initiative?
The Pursuit Force.
Okay, so yeah, that pretty much sets up our story. There's 5 gangs, they've pretty much overrun the city, crime is running amok. So, we are the initiative, because literally there's only this one, well, okay, this one guy, your support helicopter pilot and the guy in charge, but that's about it. You are the pursuit force. And, like I said, you take out gangs by driving cars and shooting things. For example, one of those gangs, the warlords. So, we're going to first deal with the warlords here, and their first mission, as each gang has 6 missions. They're unlocked as you complete each set of missions, more missions unlocked. You start with 3 available. This is one of them, the other 2 are with another gang, but I feel like this one does the best job of showcasing the best or the most unique mechanic about this game, and is also just a fun, decent introductory mission. So let's jump into this, shall we?
We've got trouble. Those military psychos, the warlords, have stolen barrels of toxic nerve agent from the Renata Air Force Base. They're heading to Corsair Bay, where they plan to hold the town for ransom. Capture the vehicles carrying the nerve agent before they reach the coast road. But don't damage the barrels. We don't want public contamination.
Simple enough, right? Get to the vehicles, commandeer them, don't blow up the cargo. Seems simple enough. And indeed, with this game's mechanic, its main mechanic, it definitely is simple. But, well, let's jump into this.
Intercept the warlords! I hope you brought your flak jacket. These army renegades are out for blood.
So, like I said, a lot of it kind of focuses on point-to-point racing. You'll notice in the upper right. right. You're not supposed to do that. That's part of the scoring. I'll get to that later. But as I was saying, in the upper right corner, you have the little map with the linear path that you're driving on. The yellow dots are enemies. You want to, of course, destroy as many of them as you can, or, in this case, jump out from a moving vehicle to commandeer.
5 more barrel carriers to go. Hurry!
Yes, I know. Shut up. I'm explaining that in a moment, game. But yeah. And that's kind of the game's main unique mechanic. Jumping between moving vehicles to commandeer them. It gets a little more interesting here, and we'll see that in a moment, but for the time being, we'll just have to jump between vehicles and shoot stuff. And hi. Hello.
You cops are just wannabe soldiers who couldn't stomach boot camp.
You can also shoot while driving, though, as I said, most of the vehicles, there's 6 vehicles in this game that we're trying to commandeer. We don't want to shoot those. So these little things here, they're fine. We can shoot them. There's no problem with that. Also, you'll notice in the bottom, as it just alerted us there, in the bottom right corner, we have our justice bar. If I press triangle right now, it will completely restore my health and vehicle health, but more fun, you can do a justice shot, which allows you to shoot while jumping between vehicles. Because you're just that magical badass. There's no other way to put it. But yeah, as you can probably figure out from here, the game largely focuses on completing these missions, which mostly focus on driving, as I said, the point-to-point driving. Pardon me. What's up, dude? Oh yeah, you can power slide too. I have never... It doesn't feel very good to me, but then again, I'm used to, like, Mario Kart power sliding, so... You know, maybe I'm just... got a different opinion here. Or, not a different opinion, different outlook, something. There's a good word for what I'm trying to say, and I can't think of it right now. It also... I guess maybe it's just like the power sliding feels like it slows you down rather than, like, you know... Drifting and power sliding usually does in racing games, where it's how you... Yeah, get off the ground. How you keep speed while turning, but, you know, whatever. Alright, one last justice shot. Or, you know, just completely missed them. Ah! Get back here.
Breathe in some toxic death.
But yeah, you pretty much, as I said, do the missions, complete your objectives before time/range, i.e. the distance to the end goal, is finished, and you get, at the end of the level, points for how much time you have left, how many enemies you kill, though of course you get penalties for hitting civilians, shooting civilians, fun things like that, and you get a letter ranking at the end between... I think it only does A, B, C. I'm not quite sure if there's anything below C. And then you get put on the leaderboard. Because, yay, leaderboards. They're not online, so it really doesn't matter. No one cares. Well, I guess, I mean, this is online. You guys are seeing my score. Now I feel embarrassed. I only got a C ranking on the first mission. And then afterwards, depending on your ranking, you'll unlock stuff. There are different modes besides the career. We'll be sticking with the career mode. I might do brief forays into the other ones, but not anything major. You got a time trial mode. You got races. And as you complete levels, you unlock new tracks for each of those. New vehicles, higher rankings, you unlock more stuff. You can even unlock certain cheats that'll give you extra things like unlimited justice gauge or silly little things like laser guns, which I think actually increases the power of the guns. But it also, rather than firing bullets, you're firing pew 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 lasers, because why not? Well, anyway, that's been the first mission here. I think it's a good stopping point, so tune in next time when we will be dealing with the Capelli family, the state's oldest gang. Until then, as always, later folks.